Hi, my name's Lauren,
And I'm Tia.
and we think a lot about Taylor Swift, and we bet that you do too.
So let's get into it.
Hi,
Hello.
and welcome to our first ever podcast episode of I Bet You Think About Taylor Swift. I'm Lauren. I'm an OG Swiftie. I've been a Taylor Swift fan since like 2008, whenever Fearless came out. And this is Tia.
Hi. I've been a Taylor Swift fan since Tortured Poets came out, so like 2 years?
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a newbie Swiftie. But since then, we have talked a lot about Taylor Swift.
So much. We've thought a lot about Taylor Swift.
So yeah, we spent the last 2 years voice noting back and forth about all of her songs. So this is how this podcast was born. We thought we'd let you all listen to our thoughts about her. I think we've got a lot to say.
Too. I mean, we were going to do like housekeeping, but obviously you guys don't know us. So
let's talk about ourselves.
Oh God, okay. Me and Tia have been friends for
5 years.
Yeah, we met at work. We share a lot of the same interests.
Yeah, we like to categorize ourselves. So I'm Tia. I'm a Pisces. I'm a Hufflepuff. Lauren's also a Hufflepuff.
I'm also a Hufflepuff, and also my zodiac sign is Cancer. So expect me to be very emotional all the time.
Yeah, let's get into it. The first song that we're going to talk about is The Fate of Ophelia.
So The Fate of Ophelia, I've got some facts about just the song itself.
Yes,
so
let's do some background.
So The Fate of Ophelia, it is her most recent single. It's from her 12th studio album, which is The Life of a Showgirl, which was released on the 3rd of October 2025. Songwriting and production is by Taylor Swift, obviously, Max Martin and Shellback, who she worked with on 1989, most famously. And I think they also did some songs on Red. I actually don't know if they did Reputation. I can't remember.
I might like heard that they did do some.
Jack Antonoff.
Was it Jack Antonoff then? They've been working together for a long time.
Yeah, he did some songs on Red, I think.
But most anyway, notably Red in 1989.
Most notably Red in 1989. Everyone out there is going to be like, she's not a real Swift. She doesn't really know. The Fate of Ophelia was the lead single on The Life of a Showgirl, which I personally think was a really good choice.
Yes.
Because since she kind of took over like her master, so from like Lover onwards, I would say, when she was kind of the one primarily making those decisions on what the single's going to be. I don't think she's necessarily made the best choices sometimes.
I don't know what lead singles on most of her albums since Lover.
So me.
That isn't a good
which is probably the most notorious for being a really bad choice.
So many good songs on that album as well.
So many, yeah. Listening to The Life of a Showgirl as a whole, and like what other options there could have been for a lead single, I really do think this was like the best one. Like,
yes,
so, yeah.
I think the first. I mean, I think. I don't know that I can commit to like a favorite song on the album, but it is definitely up there. The first like few songs on the album were very strong,
and that is. I agree with that. It's definitely one of my favorite, and that is quite rare, I think, for me for a single, because I normally gravitate towards her like, more depressing songs.
Yes, but this album doesn't have a lot of depressing songs.
It doesn't. So it's very happy.
Yeah, she's just so in love.
Yeah, I have some information about Ophelia herself. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying that I don't know Shakespeare very well. I don't know Hamlet really, except that it's supposed to be like The Lion King.
Yes.
And I know The Lion King really well. I just did some research basically. So if any of this doesn't seem right, then don't blame me. I'm just a girl who doesn't know Shakespeare. So Ophelia is from the Shakespeare play Hamlet. She is Hamlet's love interest, and she is daughter of Polonius, who is a court noble.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but she does mention in the lyrics somewhere about a daughter of a nobleman. So yeah. That's all I have for that. Ophelia in Hamlet is often spoken to in like an infantilizing way or in like a sexual manner. which I don't know if Taylor did this on purpose, but I drew comparison between like women in the industry and Ophelia being spoken to in that way. The best example I can think of is someone like Emma Watson, who obviously was a child star. She was seen as a child until she turned 18, and then suddenly she was being sexualized like immediately, which is so gross. It almost feels like a narrative on the way that they're being treated in the industry. Like if you're a woman, you're either seen as like she's a kid, like she doesn't know what she's talking about, she doesn't know what she's doing, or like a sex symbol.
One of the things that I know about Ophelia is that she goes mad, doesn't she?
Yes.
And that kind of thing of like either you're infantilized, sexualized, or crazy.
Yes. So she is obedient to her father, Ophelia, this is, and she's well loved by many. Taylor, especially in her early career, was, I think, surrounded by a lot of men. Big Machine Records, Scott Borchetta comes to mind, and was kind of being pushed in the direction that she was being told to go by these men in her early career. And obviously she's well loved by fans. She's well loved by many, much like Ophelia. So I imagine she relates to her a lot. Her love for Hamlet is forbidden by her father, which I drew a comparison between her and Ratty Healy, should I say? Because obviously that was really controversial. I obviously don't know how her parents felt about it. I can't imagine her dad was thrilled.
I don't know. I don't think that anyone was thrilled.
No, that was a rough time to be a Swiftie.
I don't imagine that he's the kind of person you'd bring home to your parents and is like a polite young man. I imagine he doesn't make a good first impression. When you think about Travis in comparison, you know.
Wonderful Travis.
Yeah.
What a gentleman. I literally don't know this man.
How he seems to be compared to Matty.
Yeah, so opposite.
Yeah.
So with this comparison of Hamlet and Ophelia, Taylor and Matty. So obviously the Fate of Ophelia, the actual song, is about Travis Kelce. So I think the narrative that Hamlet is kind of like Matty works because it's like, obviously after the Torture Poets Department, she was very sad. And that sadness was caused by Hamlet / Matty, and Travis has come along, saved her from that sadness. Oh, I love it. Obviously, Ophelia was manipulated and controlled by the men in her life. Scott Borchetta. Hamlet breaks up with her, leaving her heartbroken. As you said, she goes mad and she dies from drowning. And that's Ophelia. Definitely.
Thank you for the background, because I don't really know much about Hamlet at all, apart from The Lion King. I think I've seen the play maybe once, but it was a very long time ago.
Yeah. There is one more thing that I wanted to mention. This is so silly before we get into the lyrics. And this is something that you're probably not going to know much about, because it's actually a Sims 2 reference.
Okay. That's another thing about Lauren. She loves The Sims.
Especially The Sims 2. Before I get into this, I don't think Taylor meant any connection to The Sims.
You never know.
With this song, but you never know. So you heard it here first. There's a lot of lore in The Sims 2. And there is a neighbourhood called Strangetown. And in this neighbourhood lives an old lady called Olive Spectre and her niece, Ophelia. Nigmas. And Ophelia's parents, Olive's sister and brother-in-law, died by drowning.
What?
Oh my God. So that was just a very small connection.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what she. I mean, Olive Spectre, I'm not going to go into this. This isn't a Sims 2 podcast. But Olive Spectre was like a really like fishy character.
She sounds suspicious.
But just from her name.
Olive Spectre? Ophelia Nigmas?
I'll leave her niece out of it.
They're sus. The pair of them.
And they live in Strangetown.
It's all spooky vibes for sure.
Olive has like a graveyard in her back garden, and they're not all like people who are related to her. It's really spooky. She's a spooky character.
Wait, her actual back garden?
Her actual back garden. Like if you go into her lot, into her house.
So she lives at a graveyard?
I don't know if she's built the graveyard from the people that she's murdered. I don't know if she's murdered them.
That's not very...
I'm jumping to that conclusion.
That's not very sneaky, is it, to have a graveyard marking the places where you've buried the people you've killed? I would assume that she hasn't killed them.
Do you know anything about this murder? And she's like, no.
No, but they're buried in my garden. Don't know how they got there. Wait, and some of them are her relatives?
I think some of them are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while.
Did she drown Ophelia's parents?
In
the swimming pool? That's the thing.
It is. Oh, you know so much. Okay, anyway, that is all that I had to say. Sorry for the tangent.
No, I love it.
We did warn.
Yeah, we've been warned. It's in the description. It will be in the description.
It's not our fault if you didn't read it.
You've heard it here now.
Yeah.
You've been warned twice.
So we've got the first two lines, which are, I heard you calling on the megaphone. You want to see me all alone. Tia, what is a megaphone?
A megaphone? Oh, you're testing me. I didn't know there'd be a test.
So you can ask me that question if you want. Because I have the answer in.
Well, a megaphone is something that you project your voice through.
Yes.
Is that what you wrote?
Well, yeah, like kind of.
Because I got to write it.
I wrote used to amplify a person's voice so it can be heard by lots of people, such as a famous footballer's podcast.
Yeah.
So, and you want to see me all alone? I feel like those first two lines is a direct, like, this is how it happened. Like, this is how we met. Like, you're calling on the megaphone, like you're projecting your voice out there on a podcast. You're very famous.
Very publicly.
You know that this is going to be heard. And you're saying that you wanted to see me before my show or after my show.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of put something similar. The calling bit, I heard you calling. It obviously started with Travis's number on a friendship bracelet. So I feel like it's kind of like he's literally calling like out to her like via this podcast as loudly as he can, but he's like trying to give her his number as well. I also like made a note about the megaphone being kind of like a combination of like both their worlds. So you've got the megaphones obviously used in like sports a lot. And then you've got megaphones, like in the music video, which we'll talk about later, she's like given direction on the megaphone. So I feel like it's like also like a double meaning there of like it kind of combining both their worlds. And then I've also put, he's saying it loud, he's saying it proud.
Yeah.
He's like committing to like, you're not going to ignore me.
Confident around Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He literally just doesn't even care. And it worked. It worked for him.
See, guys, that's what you need to do. You need to become a famous footballer.
Yep.
Start a podcast with your brother who's also a famous footballer. And then
you can get
find the most famous pop star you can. And then just blast it on your podcast. And then you're in. Dating tips from us.
Yep. And yeah, you want to see me all alone. I've put that kind of as another play on words of Travis obviously wanted to see her alone and she wouldn't see him. And then he was just like on his podcast telling everyone about how she wouldn't see him.
I love it.
But also, I feel the way that she sings it, like, you want to see me all alone, she kind of like tapers off. Mm-hmm. And it does kind of make it sound a little bit kind of melancholic, I think, like a little bit.
Yeah.
And that made me think about like the double meaning of it, of like the world does kind of want to see her alone, like they hate it when she's in love. And I feel like that's a big criticism of this album.
She's too happy,
and I feel like that's been a criticism in the past, like with Lover and stuff as well, that she doesn't maybe write as well when she's happy.
But then people also criticised the Torture Poets Department because it was too long, too sad, and
she's always writing about breakups.
Oof, yeah.
She can do no right. And I feel like that's kind of a little bit what she's kind of alluding to in this line, as well as the like one-on-one with Travis.
Yeah. As legend has it, you are quite the pyro. You light the match to watch it blow. So I don't know if Travis Kelce likes to play with fire. But on the topic of that, I took this line to mean kind of what I was saying before. Like, he's gone on his podcast, he's blasted it out to the whole world. Like, he has lit that match, he's thrown that out into the world to be like, I want to date Taylor Swift, like I want to give her my number, knowing that everyone is going to be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And it's almost like, and he must have known.
He must have known, because
have.
ultimately it's a sports podcast, right?
Mhm.
Like, and he's going on there talking about like the girl he wants to date. Like, he knows what he's doing, I think.
Absolutely. I think the use of the word, you like the match to watch it blow. I think the use of the word blow is clever, because she is saying it's blowing up social media, it's blowing up the internet.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I haven't written too much about this, but I've just put almost it like he's got like a fiery personality, which I think he does. And he is playing with fire. She often refers to herself as fire.
Yes.
She's obviously a Sagittarius fire sign.
Fire sign.
And yeah, he's doing things without thinking. Well, he is thinking. He's thinking, I want to date Taylor Swift, and not really thinking about like anything else. He's just like, how do I make this happen?
Do we know what his star sign is?
Is he a Libra?
A Libra. That surprises me, you know.
Is he?
Hold on, I'm going to Google it.
Because I know with Opalite, which we'll obviously talk about at some point, that's his like birthstone, isn't it?
He is a Libra. Yes, of course, yeah. He is a Libra. That surprises me, you know.
Would you have thought that he was like a Leo or something?
Oh yeah, Leo. Yeah. Or something like a Pisces.
Yeah.
To be honest. Very dreamy.
Yeah, he's got big dreams.
He's got big dreams. To date Taylor Swift.
And also, like, Libras are like quite level-headed usually, aren't they? Because they're like the scales.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway,
we also really like star signs.
Yeah.
Now on to the pre-chorus. And if you'd never come for me, I might have drowned in the melancholy, which is obviously a direct reference to Ophelia drowning from the melancholy. I guess also is almost like a follow-on from, because she does this thing with her albums where she follows on from the, so for example, she ended Midnight with the song Hits Different, technically, which ends kind of towards the end of the song, she's saying about like, is it you or have they come to take me away? And then she starts Talk to Poets Department with, I was supposed to be sent away, but they've got to come and get me. So she does this thing sometimes with her albums where she leads on from like the last song into like the first song of the new album. And I guess she's kind of done it not in so much of a direct way, but she's kind of done it here because obviously Torture Poets Department was such a sad album and she was so melancholy. And this has kind of led in from that to be like, if you hadn't come along, I might have drowned in that feeling, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, Torture Poets is definitely the most melancholic album.
Oh, I love
it. It is. And I've also picked up on the like Lavender Haze reference. So, because she sings in Lavender Haze, you don't really read into my melancholia. And I don't know if that is like a bit of like a, not like snarky comment towards Joe, but in where it kind of seems romantic in Lavender Haze, like you're not reading into it, like you know, I don't need someone to like dwell on the like sad things with me. It's almost like he's ignoring her actually in that song, whereas here it's like he's come for her, like he saved her from it, so he's acknowledged it and he's also like helped her through it. Whereas Joe just ignored it and they were both sad.
Everyone was sad.
So definitely Talk to Poets reference, and I feel like maybe a little bit of Midnight as well. That whole time. Time before Travis.
I swore my loyalty to me, myself, and I right before you lit my sky up.
Chills.
So I swore my loyalty to me. This, and admittedly, I saw this on Genius Lyrics.
Okay.
This isn't straight from me. But she posted something right before she met Travis Kelce on Instagram, literally right before that show.
I think it might have been that day.
The same day?
Because it wasn't on Independence Day. She posted it like a couple of days later.
Right.
I saw this on Reddit. Yeah.
So she posted on Instagram a post of her and some of her girlfriends that said, Happy Independence Day from your local neighborhood, like independent girlies. Yeah, love it. Right before meeting Travis. So obviously that's her loyalty to herself. Like, and it kind of links back as well to King of My Heart on Reputation. She starts off that song by saying, I'm perfectly fine. I live on my own. I've made up my mind. I'm better off being alone. And it's like, you're just like, I'm actually fine. Like, I don't need someone. I was actually really unhappy when I was with someone, and I'm fine on my own. And it's a good message.
Isn't that the healthiest way to like meet somebody though?
Yes.
When you're secure in yourself.
Mhm.
Because I feel
sure.
like, again, going back to Ratty Healy, is that not how he has slithered back into her life when she was broken?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
she was already, because it wasn't that long, was it, after
Oh,
breaking up with
no.
Joe that she got together with him? And
That was
we'll
really
get
bad.
more into it when we do Matty songs, but like, I feel there was obviously a lot of history between them, but there's a prime opportunity when somebody's not feeling the most secure in themselves to have an awful rebound.
And also, like, meeting someone when you're least expecting to. So I'm going to get into the personal stuff now.
Love it.
I met Jamie, who some of you know is my husband. I obviously met him at a time when I really wasn't looking to be like dating. And it worked out, we're married. Great. But all through my life, that's kind of been the point where I've met someone and actually had like quite a significant relationship with them, is at a point when I haven't really been looking. And I've just been like, going about my life, enjoying my life, and then they come in and mess it all up.
Or make it better, in Jamie's case.
Yeah, sure. No, he does. He's great. I have to be nice because he might listen to this. Right before you lit my sky up, very exciting, like a firework display.
Like Independence Day.
We wrote the same note.
Because we read the same thing.
And also she mentions fireworks with, obviously she hasn't mentioned fireworks in these lyrics. We've kind of come to that conclusion.
No, that's just because she's great at writing metaphors.
Ah, so true.
Yeah.
But in Dear John from Speak Now, she sings, I'm shining like fireworks over your sad empty town. And she uses it in like an empowering way to be like, look at how much I'm like shining. And it's like he came along and he lifted her up again. He made her that shining firework display.
And I also put as well, it's a reference, I think, to Opalite, because now the sky is Opalite. And it's all like lit up and it's beautiful and it's wonderful. And we love Travis Kelce, the album.
Long live Travis Kelce. Okay, now we're on to the chorus.
Yeah.
All that time I sat alone in my tower. You were just honing your powers. Now I can see it all. All that time I sat alone in my tower. Obviously, Taylor has never said anything herself about it, but it's kind of the impression that a lot of her fans have gotten with her previous love interests, where they have maybe been a little bit intimidated by her success and her fame. And I feel that could have made her feel quite isolated. Up there, alone in her tower of fame. It's almost like he has come along and she now has someone to keep her company. She said something like that in a speech. It was Miss Americana.
Yeah.
And obviously she was talking about Joe in this case, but she was talking about having someone with her. So she had obviously like climbed the ladder of fame and success, and she had done it primarily on her own. And now she had someone by her side. It feels like the same kind of message that she's saying, that she's done all of this on her own, but it's nice to have someone there with her. And she spent so much time sat alone in her tower.
Yeah, and nice, I suppose, to have somebody. Would you say that Travis is like the same level as famous as her? I don't really know American football, and obviously we're not American, so he might be over there.
I think in the American football world, he is maybe one of the most famous people.
Yeah.
However, I do think, and I hope that we don't get like cancelled by football fans now.
Do you think American football fans are listening to us?
They might be.
Well, they're not anymore.
Do we think anyone other than like my mum is listening to this podcast? I think Taylor is known like worldwide by everyone. Like she is known by people who have never even listened to a single one of her songs, which I actually think is impossible. When people say I've never heard a Taylor Swift song, I'm like,
they just don't know that it was Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So I think she is more famous, but I don't think that downplays how famous Travis Kelce is in his own right.
No, what I was kind of, I guess, getting at was that
someone who understands,
and also like leans into it, because she's obviously dated basically all famous people in like their own right?
Except for kind of Joe, I guess, but he did become more, he was like up and coming.
He was, yeah, up and coming. I say he's more famous now, but yeah, obviously not on the same level. But I think either you probably have that like weird power imbalance and insecurity of, and like you're saying, like intimidation of dating someone that's so famous when you're not that famous, or like competition, because I'm thinking more like Matty Healy, the way he's like dissed her since and like tried to make out like, I don't know, it doesn't need to be a competition, but like whether they felt like it was competition. I feel like comments that he's made since make it seem like he just kind of feel like it was a bit of a competition, and he thinks he's winning.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. But for someone to
He's
just
not
be
dating Travis Kelce.
he's not but to have somebody that is like fully comfortable with their fame and being in the spotlight and is obviously shouting their relationship like as loudly and as proudly as they can, so that she doesn't feel like she's alone and they can like work together and like, you know, have a life together is nice. It's not isolating. I also just wanted to mention as well, like the timing of how she says all that time, like it's kind of like rhythmically a bit slower than the rest of the chorus, and it's kind of emphasizes how long she was on her own. She's not alone anymore, it's fine, but it's just fine. Like it kind of slows it down. It's just like she was literally just waiting for someone to come and
like dragging it out.
Yeah, I guess going back to what you were saying about Jo and how she was like talking about being in a tower and climbing the way up on her own. She also kind of uses being in a tower in Torture Poets. In Torture Poets, she definitely talks about being in a tower on her own.
Yeah.
I can't think what songs right now.
No, but there are definitely some.
Yeah, and you were just honing your powers. They've met right at the right time, and kind of like invisible string vibes.
I put a note about that, about the message of like being saved by someone, being saved by a man, which is a message that I don't normally love, but I do think Taylor has written so many songs about her own empowerment and her own success that she deserves to have a song to be like, yeah, this guy picked me up when I was at my lowest. And also I think it is such a relatable feeling, at least for me, because like when I met Jamie, I wasn't in a very good place and he did kind of come along and I don't want to say saved me from that feeling. Everything kind of fell into place at the right time, you know? And so it makes it so relatable to be like, this person came along and they kind of just completed my life. Do you know, like, Debbie Grace.
I love.
But you know what?
Yeah, it's true though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like she said herself, like she's not a sports girl. Like she probably dating a footballer was not on her radar as the kind of person that she probably saw herself ending up with. He was just in the background, you know, waiting for her to be single so he could turn up with a friendship bracelet.
He's so cute, man.
So cute.
I love that guy. I love the way she like describes him. It was in like her interviews when she was doing promo for Fate of Ophelia, and she was just describing him as an exclamation point.
Yeah. Human exclamation point. Yeah.
Late one night, you dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. Obviously, the grave reference, there are lots of references of death in Torture Poets department. This does kind of feel like how Folklore and Evermore are like sister albums, and like I would look at like Reputation and Lover as like opposites
but the same. Yeah.
And I kind of feel like Torture Poets and Showgirl
you kind of have to look at the whole picture of both those albums to get a clear
I feel like this, as I've said with some of the other lyrics, like this is a direct response to that sadness, to that feeling of like you've lost yourself almost, and it's okay because Travis Kelce will come along with his shovel and he'll dig you out of that grave. It's fine.
And doesn't it remind you of Two Graves, One Gun?
Oh,
she's in her grave at the moment, or she was, and then Travis comes along and digs her out.
And then Saved My Heart from the Fate of Ophelia. Obviously, she is flipping the ending of Ophelia, which this isn't the first time she's done that with her songs. In Love Story, she flips the ending of Romeo and Juliet, and I kind of love the optimism. I love that she takes such a sad story, such a tragic character, and is like, no, but actually it's fine, and she lived happily ever after. The
Yeah.
end.
And that kind of like, just going back to the you dug me out of my grave, it's like he is reviving her old self.
Mhm.
And then when you've got the next line, you say, my heart of Fate of Ophelia, and like flipping that narrative on her head, it's kind of taking it back to old Taylor that was like more like romantic and like fairy tale romance, and she's getting that what she wanted, like all the way back in Fearless, like now. And also I think the production of this song kind of mirrors that as well, and this whole album, because she is going all the way back to 1989, as we're saying is the last one,
Yes.
which is pre-Reputation, pre-Joe, pre all of this like kind of accumulative sadness over the last like 7 years. Yeah. So it's just happy. It's like, yeah.
It's just, she deserves this.
She does.
And then we've got the post-chorus.
Oh, post-chorus.
Post-chorus.
Okay.
I've done this because I know that
I don't know what a bridge is.
It's a bridge. Post-chorus, keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. So I'm not down with the kids, the youths. So I had to look up what keep it 100 means.
I mean,
is it just vibes?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I don't want to embarrass myself now, but I thought that I knew what that meant.
Oh no, what do you think it means?
Just like authentic, honest, like 100% yourself.
Yeah. Did you just know that?
I feel like I knew that.
Oh, well, you know, I am older than you.
Okay.
So, you know, you are more down with the kids than I am.
Yeah, by like a year and a half.
So yeah, keeping it real, keeping it truthful. Also, as we know, Taylor loves numerology.
Yes.
The study of numbers.
Yes. Which I didn't know until, was it in the New Heights podcast she was talking about that?
You didn't know?
I didn't know. So I feel like there's going to be more songs that we cover when numerology comes up that it's going to blow my mind.
I feel like she mostly uses it like Easter eggs. It's why her fans are always just like, oh my God, this number and this number makes like 113.
I haven't had time to go down those rabbit holes yet. Yeah.
The clowning is a lot.
Okay, tell me about the number 100 then.
Well, Travis's jersey number, is that what it's called? His like Kansas City Chiefs.
It's 100.
It's not 100.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. You tell me.
So his jersey number is 87.
Okay.
And Taylor's famous lucky number is 13. 13 makes 100. It makes 100. Wow.
I love that.
Yeah.
I also wrote something down about numerology.
Oh, okay. But not the same thing.
Not the same thing.
Whoa.
So I found that the numerology meaning for 100, out of context of Taylor Swift or anything, is perfection and completion. So their combined numbers make 100, which equals perfection and completion. Isn't that cute? I feel like our combined numerology facts make it even cuter facts.
That's cute. Do you have anything else to say about this section?
I just thought it could be a reference to making it work long distance, which she's obviously had to do with previous. I mean, like as a touring artist, has probably been hard with other relationships as well. But the fact that they're keeping it like 100, keeping it authentic, perfect and complete, even doing it long distance over land and sea, because that's bits like in brackets as well, like it's emphasized a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that maybe it's the easiest relationship that she's done long distance in.
Yeah. The one thing actually that has just popped into my head, and this might be me like reaching a little bit, but it's kind of made me think about like the elements. You know, the elements of the land, the sea, the sky, wind, water, or the other, fire. That's got nothing to do with that. Earth, kind of linking into Invisible String, where she sings in the bridge, wool to braid the seasons. And it's that feeling of like someone is like keeping you safe from all of the seasons. This could be me reaching because it's only just popped into my head. I haven't had time to form it properly. thinking of the land, the sea, the sky, and the elements, and how he's keeping her safe from those elements and how they're facing them together. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
nice.
like there's something there. I just haven't formulated it properly.
Yeah. Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. Your hands. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
I've also put treacherous, like as in the song, because I feel like she talks about hands in that.
And I'll do anything you say if you say it with your hands.
Yes. And I just feel like it's just very flirty.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, yeah, she loves those hands.
Oh, she loves those hands.
Ooh la la. Your team, obviously, I've learnt that she used to support the Eagles, or she's grown up in an Eagles family.
Yes.
Not that I think that she was like super committed to sports in general.
I think it was more like her dad's influence.
Yeah, but now she's obviously supporting the Chiefs, which I feel like, again, for Americans, it is probably quite a big deal.
Yeah.
I guess it would be like football if you came from a football family. Like,
I did.
Sorry, like kick the ball football, not
like
throw the ball
UK
football.
Soccer.
For all our American listeners.
Yeah. So I came from a football family, and my family support Watford FC.
Right. Would it be a betrayal if Jamie
if I went,
supported whatever their rival is?
I think their rival is Luton. We wouldn't support Luton. Who wants to go to Luton?
No,
Luton.
Luton.
I'm so sorry if anyone is from Luton.
Everyone from Luton has stopped listening. It's a bad place. Live somewhere else.
I think Luton are their rivals. So yeah, so if I suddenly started like
dating a
Luton football player,
don't do it. I mean, forget the fact that you're married.
It would cause a whole host of problems for my marriage.
And your family's
and
allegiance.
My family, I don't think they would be on my side in the divorce. Yes.
Yes, so your team, she's now a Chiefs supporter, and your vibes.
With the cool little dance.
I put human exclamation point.
Ah,
because that is his vibe.
Yeah, good vibes.
Yeah.
Good vibes all around. And also she mentions in Gold Rush about her Eagles t-shirt hanging from the door.
Oh.
Yeah. And I think there was question as to whether that was Eagles the band or Eagles the football team. I think it's Eagles the football team because she was at that point known to be an Eagles fan.
Yeah. Not anymore. Too bad, Eagles.
Too bad, Eagles. Don't care where the hell you've been, because now you're mine. It's about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. The Fate of Ophelia. So many ooh la las in this song. So, yeah, the only note really I have is about the sleepless night you've been dreaming of. She has, obviously, Midnights is the album. She kind of described it as a collection of her sleepless nights over the years, where she reflects on things from all over the years. And she also had a sleepless night chapter. So when Folklore came out, she made chapters on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Of just like some of the Folklore songs.
What, like she recategorized them?
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
So she had like the Sleepless Night chapter, which had songs like, it was like This Is Me Trying and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't remember what else was in there, but they were mostly songs that were like about like struggles and regret. And that's kind of how, with Midnights and with, you know, the Folklore chapter, how she has kind of thought of like sleepless nights as things that keep you up at night.
In a negative way.
And then obviously You've Been Dreaming Of flips it over. It's full of fulfillment and love and, you know, ooh la las.
Yeah. I've kind of put like the same thing, like with the double meaning, either sexy times or like, contrast like sleepless nights, like Midnights. But yeah, this is the kind of sleepless night that she wants. Well, both of them have wanted, because he has also obviously been dreaming of sleepless nights with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And just going back to Don't Care Where the Hell You've Been, because now you're mine, like neither of them care about each other's past or like exes or anything, because like I feel like I remember seeing some like stuff online about like not Taylor Swift's ex, Well, I have.
There's lots.
There's lots. But Travis Kelce's ex and like
Yes.
how she feels about them like going out and like all the rest. So
Yes.
I feel like neither of them care because they just care about each other. Which is
Yeah,
nice.
cute. Something else that's just popped into my head. Don't care where the hell you've been. She has another line in Invisible String where she sings, "Hell was the journey, but it brought me heaven." Yeah. So it's probably not a link to that. It just.
It's nice though because I feel like there's been like a few like Invisible String esque references so far throughout,
and obviously Invisible String is about Joe.
Yeah,
we assume.
Yeah,
it's nice. It's nice that I don't know if she is purposely referring back to that, but it's nice to find these little things that you can be like, hey, this reminds me of this.
And it's also nice as well, even if like you've got other songs that were about different people, that the sentiment is still the same. Like, you know, it doesn't take away from the love that she has with Travis now just because she wrote a love song about somebody else in the past.
Yeah, she wrote a lot of love songs.
Verse 2.
The eldest daughter of a nobleman.
This brings it back to Shakespeare.
The first verse is like about her and Travis. Well, it's kind of more about Travis. Really.
Yes. Yeah, I've actually written that first one is very much talking about Travis.
And this second one, I mean, I guess only like the first like 4. Oh yeah, no, the actual whole verse actually is about Ophelia.
And how their lives are somewhat parallel.
Yeah, the eldest daughter of a nobleman. So another similarity between Taylor and Ophelia. They're both eldest daughters of a nobleman. So as I said, when I was talking about Ophelia, her father, Polonus, was a court noble.
It's a nice way to refer to her own dad, though. He's a nobleman.
Exactly. Yeah. Scott Swift. Yeah, he's very highly regarded in the financial world. He's worked in it for however long, and it is thought that he like kickstarted Taylor's career. And that, I mean, some haters like to say that she wouldn't have been successful without her dad's money. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not. Like, I think she is talented in her own right. I think she is definitely lucky that she's had, this is me going on a tangent, by the way, this wasn't written down. I think, she is very lucky that she has had that financial backing to be able to start a career. But I think she still deserves the credit that she gets because she is so talented.
100%.
And like,
as a
money doesn't buy
songwriter.
talent.
No.
Anyway, the point of this is that, as you said, she probably, like I would imagine, thinks of her dad as a very noble man. Comparing him to Polonus, although I don't think Polonus was very nice.
Does Hamlet not kill him?
I only read about Ophelia.
I don't want to commit to that, but I feel like Hamlet kills him, and I think that's what leads to her death.
Well, I'm glad Matty didn't kill Scott Swift.
That'd
be bad.
I know he would have got lynched, I think.
The Swifties
would have run him down.
There's nowhere to escape to. There's 50s in every country.
Also, this is my only note about that first line is eldest daughter. It's a nice little nod to track 5.
Yeah. Ophelia lived in fantasy. Obviously, she sings about fantasy quite a lot, especially, most notably, in the song I Hate It Here, where, and I'll come back to this in the bridge, because there is, I think, a connection.
Yes, we may have the same notes for this.
Probably.
We'll come to it.
Yeah, so, I Hate It Here is kind of her being in her own fantasy, like, I want to be in my mind of,
kind of escapism.
Yeah. And then it also is kind of referencing Ophelia's fragile mental state right before she drowns.
But love was a cold bed full of scorpions. That gives me big Cassandra vibes.
Yes.
Yeah, did you kind of get that as well? Obviously in Cassandra you've got snakes, but it's all just things that they keep putting with her. Horrible little creatures. Not that I think like snakes are horrible, but like, in this context.
And I guess scorpions, she mentions scorpions in Mad Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Does a scorpion sting when fighting back? Yeah. Which I feel like those songs are kind of about the same
similar themes, isn't it? Yeah. And I've put as well, Hamlet was hot and cold with Ophelia, and ultimately betrayed her by potentially killing her dad.
This is unknown currently.
This is just things I found online. So take that with a pinch of salt.
I think I would be really upset if Jamie killed my dad.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty mad about it.
Yeah. Fair.
Even if I decided to support Luton.
And run away with the Luton footballer.
I'd be like, you didn't have to kill my dad. You could have just divorced me. Obviously, a scorpion has a sting, and it's like his words.
Mm.
And the venom stole her sanity, which the venom is like the cruel words that he said to her. Like because as I said, I didn't read Hamlet, so I don't know exactly what he said, but he said some not very nice things.
Imagine so.
Yeah, and that when he, I think, broke up with her, and that venom is what made her go
Mad.
crazy. Yeah.
So it's Hamlet's fault.
Yeah. Who even likes Hamlet?
I mean, we can
Fuck
never
that guy.
we can never watch it now because we're gonna feel so
You're
stupid.
gonna be like, fuck you, Hamlet.
We have to do another episode on this to be like, in case you've actually seen Hamlet now. Do you think this is another kind of reference back to Matty as well? Because obviously he had some not very nice things to say. I mean, he has generally not very nice things to say about anybody, especially women. About her.
Yes.
Or just exes in general.
Like the thing with Matty, and obviously, as you said, he's said some not very nice things about her in the media, but the thing with Matty is that he just full on ghosted her. Like, who does that?
It's very childish. Like, they're in their 30s. Come on now.
Pre-chorus. And if you'd never come for me, I might have lingered in purgatory.
Big Torture Poets vibes again, for sure.
I have something to say about purgatory. So I looked up what purgatory was because I kind of had an idea that it was like a limbo in between like heaven and hell. But I was like, I want to make sure I've got that right. And actually, it is in Catholic theology. Purgatory is a place that you go to once you have died to wash away your sins before going to heaven. So it's less, from my understanding, is that it's less like a place of limbo, but more a place that you go to get ready for heaven. I guess, to be like, I wash away all my sins so that I can go to
It's not so much of like a scary place.
No, but what I found interesting was that she didn't say, because people say I'm stuck in purgatory, but she said I lingered in purgatory, which almost suggests the reluctance to leave. So it's almost like she was in purgatory and she thought, what's the point? Like, I'm just going to stay here.
I'm not going to heaven.
I'm not going to wash away my sins.
Yeah.
Almost like
I feel like that is very much her mentality as well, though, of just like...
Because she can't do anything right anyway.
I think, exactly. She reflects on what she's done, I think, and the choices she's made really well. Like, obviously, we like hear it through her songs, but I don't get the impression that she would take back anything that she's done either. She kind of owns it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of, and I do feel as she's gotten older, she's less apologetic for her actions. Like, she's in a good way, as in she's not like coming out and apologizing for things that she doesn't actually need to apologize for.
And I feel like you kind of see her start to step into that in like Miss Americana, when she's like, I don't want to just sit and not say anything anymore to protect my like public opinion because people hate me anyway.
And I think, like, when you look at like the whole situation with Matty Healy, like, she never really addressed that. Like, it happened. It happened, and we all saw it. It was a bad time. But she never addressed it at the time, except for she made like one speech during the Eras tour to be like, I'm the happiest I've ever been, which I was just like, oh my God, are you okay? She wasn't.
No, she wasn't. And then she
Spoiler
released,
alert.
she wasn't okay. Torture Poets, and we realised, no, you were the happiest you've ever been.
Yeah, so she never addressed it when she was with him. And then when they broke up, she never really addressed it. Then Torture Poets came out, and the only song we really got that was linked to the public's
perception of their relationship
Mm.
was, but daddy, I love him, which was actually a fuck you guys.
Yes. I suppose you've got I Can Fix Him as well,
yeah, sorry,
which is kind of, I suppose, off the back of Daddy, I Love Him, like more her, what she was probably actually feeling.
Yeah. But I feel that there's not really anything from her that says like, and I don't think she needs to. I don't think she needs to come out and be like, I was wrong for that, because you know we've all done questionable things.
And I think she does very publicly share so much of her life through her music, more than through interviews, doesn't she?
Yeah, but it's like she didn't feel like she needed to explain that because I don't know. I guess that if she had to, it would almost like diminish how she was feeling during their relationship. And like, even though it wasn't necessarily a good experience, it's still an experience.
It was good until it wasn't it?
Yeah, basically. So yeah, so sorry, that was a real tangent.
So about kind of lingering in purgatory. Yeah, I've kind of
instead
put about
of being stuck there. Like she's chosen to stay there.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. And then he's come and like dragged her out of there. I've kind of put about purgatory being like a grey space. That's how I imagine it. And obviously the colour theme of Torture Poets is like grey. I don't know if that's like the official colour, but I get a bit confused with the colours. Because is folklore grey?
Folklore is grey, but folklore is like a light grey.
Is Torture Poets is like black and white?
I'm trying to think of what colour
Greige
emoji. You said Greige and then I said emoji.
Sorry. I think that if we're putting it into the emoji love heart colours, I think Torture Poets is white.
Yeah, because there isn't a white one.
Yeah.
Because Reputation is black, and that's never
changed. I think unfortunately she is just doubled up on colours, and she was like, "What colour can I do?"
Way too long to use orange, and she still hasn't really officially used orange. I think it's more the Flaming Lover.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I would agree. Flaming Love Heart.
So we need an orange album, and it needs to be her best one yet.
And just orange, not orange and green.
My favourite colour. Anyway, how did we go on to
Sorry, Purgatory is Greige.
Purgatory is Greige.
I think I prefer your interpretation than mine for Purgatory, and that she's actually choosing to be there. I've put that it's kind of like the place between worlds, being like her celebrity and just like a woman. Like she can't really just be a person, and I think she touches on that in I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
And having a normal relationship as well.
Yeah.
Like,
because nothing about her life is normal. Even though she is so relatable. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move along from this line.
Okay. Purgatory is Greige.
We got stuck in Purgatory.
Anyway, so you wrap around me like a chain, a crown, a vine, pulling me into the fire.
I got big Ivy vibes from this. Did you?
That song. I mean, I didn't write it, but now you've said it, yes. Oh, I have an Exile reference.
An Excel reference?
Exile. Microsoft Excel?
I know you love Excel.
Yeah, so you wrap around me like a chain, a crown, a vine. So the Exile reference was for crown, because obviously she sings, "You are my crown, now I'm in exile, seeing you out in exile."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that is to suggest that a crown is something that obviously you wear with pride. And so she's saying, "You were my crown, but you're not anymore." Whereas here she's saying, "You wrap around me like a crown." Like, so you are something, like, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of our relationship, I'm proud to show you off.
Yeah, it kind of takes it back to the first verse, doesn't it?
Yeah, and also it suggests like power as well. Oh, and the vine, it made me think of the painting, which we will also come back to in the music video. Yeah, by John Everett Millais.
Malay sounds fancier.
Millais. Yeah, it does.
I don't know, I haven't seen it written down. But
John Everett Millais, and it is of Ophelia in a stream with flowers and vines in her hair. So that, I think, is a kind of a reference to that painting. Sorry, I'll let you talk about Ivy.
I just wrote Ivy vibes.
Oh, okay.
And then when it comes to the vine, it could be choking, but it could also be talking about like an all-consuming love, like covering her like in ivy.
Yes, my house of stone, your ivy grows. Now
And I'm covered in you. Yeah, she's obsessed. And just taking it back to the chain, because I don't think we mentioned that yet. It could be negative, like the vine could be negative, but it could also be that little cheeky little thigh chain she was wearing.
Oh,
with the T for Taylor, T
what
for
if
Travis.
he's written mine on my upper thigh?
Yeah. And then putting me into the fire. The chains, the vines, the crown, like wearing her down, it could all like drag her under the water. He's like pulling her the opposite like way.
Yes. So I have written fire opposite to water, because I wrote drowning in past songs, TTPD.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. So in Torture Poets Department, it's like she was like she makes references to drowning, and so the fire being opposite to water can suggest that Travis is so opposite to a lot of her exes, especially Joe and Matty. Because I do feel, I mean, obviously we don't know them. This is all speculation.
Yeah.
But when you look at how quiet and reserved and like kind of peaceful, I guess, Joe is, to how the Travis is a human exclamation point, like they are so opposite in that sense. And also, I kind of think of the fire as like the chaos. So kind of what I was saying in the first bit, you like the match to watch it blow. He's kind of pulling her into the chaos of like, everything's blowing up about us, like the media's going crazy, all of the football what do they call them, Brads, Chads and Dads, like the football fans like are hating it, like it is chaos. Our relationship has caused chaos online, and he's like pulling her into that
he's
chaos.
Just like, here,
like,
hold my hand,
embracing
yeah,
like embracing the chaos. It's kind of similar to what I was saying earlier.
Obviously as well, Ophelia drowns, so it's like the opposite of what's happening to Ophelia. And I've kind of talked about them, like fire seems like a dangerous thing, but kind of throughout her discography she often uses fire to compare to herself, like she uses fire as a metaphor for herself, is what I'm trying to say,
because she's a
Sagittarius. But also Travis matches her in such a way, like they are like twin flames, which is something she's talked about as well in like previous songs. Obviously in that she's talking about someone else who is also a Sagittarius.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Are we talking about State of Grace?
Or just Red in general?
Oh yes, Jake Gyllenhaal mostly.
Yeah, I think he's a Sagittarius.
I think so, yeah.
Whereas obviously he's not, but like, whereas you can still have a twin flame that isn't the same sign as you.
Yeah, because otherwise what would it be? Like if I'm a water sign and someone else is a water sign, a twin wave.
Oh, I love that.
That's quite fun. You have a twin wave.
I do have a twin wave. My husband is a Cancer.
Is a Cancer the best sign?
I obviously just love a Cancer.
What's Aquarius? It's not water.
It's
air. Jamie's an air sign.
A twin gust.
A twin breeze.
Twin breeze is nicer than gust. For the earth signs out there, you can have a twin rock or a twin pebble.
Twin dirt.
They wouldn't like that. They're too sensible for this anyway.
Moving on.
I didn't write anything about the second chorus because we've kind of already gone over the chorus. So shall we just move straight on to the bridge? It's the bridge.
So, "'Tis locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key, no longer drowning and deceived, all because you came for me." Firstly, "'tis" very Shakespearean.
Very Shakespearean. I actually have this as like ooh la la. I have this as like a direct quote from Hamlet. Have you written about this? Do you want to talk about it?
Yes. Oh no, I mean all it
You're
is
a Shakespeare expert.
I'm not
this
like,
week.
All I wrote is that it's almost a direct quote from Hamlet. "'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it."
Yep, that's what I wrote.
Yeah.
So I wrote a little bit about "I Hate It Here," which I know you obviously mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Only you possess the key. In "I Hate It Here," she has her key to the secret garden. The only one is hers. He has now got the key to her most sacred place.
She shared the key.
She shared a key.
It's so cute.
It's just in case we forget, throughout the song, she loves Travis. And he's the best.
If you guys didn't get that, we love Travis and she loves Travis.
Yeah.
I did say No Longer Drowning and Deceived, again, is like a reference to her past relationships and also to Ophelia and the link between both of their like mental state. Hers, especially at the end of Torture Poets Department.
I've put Joe equals drowning, Matty equals deceived.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Because I don't want to say bad things about Joe because it ultimately, like, I don't know any of them.
In case he listens to this podcast.
Just in case. we don't want Joe to hate us. And he sounds like someone who's sad, and I don't want to make him more sad.
No.
By being mean about him. But, we don't know them. I don't know who's a bad person, who's a good person. I'm pretty sure Matty Healy's a bad person.
Yeah.
But with Joe, obviously she talks so much about that feeling of drowning, and I feel that some songs such as like Tolerate It, which obviously we'll get to when we do that song, but I feel like songs like that are actually kind of how she was feeling at the time, and she just said that it was fiction, but I don't think it actually was. I don't think, from my outside perspective, I don't think their relationship didn't work out because either of them were bad people. I think they ultimately just wanted different things, and they were just different people.
And I think they were both making each other sad. And I think they did like revel in that a little bit, because she did say at some point that they liked writing sad songs together, which is where like a lot of like folklore and evermore came from. But yeah, and I feel like Joe's colour is primarily blue, right? Water is blue. Drowning.
If you're drowning, you're surrounded by blue water.
It's just a very ineloquent way of kind of associating drowning with him. And Matty, obviously, she feels like he deceived her, because how else is she supposed to feel when he just ghosted her? Like,
when
how do you make sense
of that? Oh my God, let's get married and have loads of kids, and then the next day you just don't hear from him ever again.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Mad. He is mad.
Yeah, and then I put another note. She changed the tragic ending. No longer drowning and deceived.
Yeah.
Whereas, sadly for Ophelia, she was deceived and she drowned.
Yeah. And then she changes it a little bit for the next bit of the bridge from "'Tis locked inside my memory." So it's less of like a direct quote, it's just locked inside my memory. So I feel like she's linking it more back to herself this time. Whereas she's saying locked inside memory, she was locked inside her own thoughts and her own past.
Yes.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
And then she sings again, "All because you came for me." And then I just love the way she sings it the second time. Oh, so good.
Oh, that's a good time.
And then we just get to boogie it out for the rest of the song.
Yeah, it's so fun. I do have one question. Did you ever actually learn the dance?
No.
The TikTok dance?
I did not.
Me neither, except for like the arms for the vibes.
Yeah, I could probably style it out.
Oh, and the land, sea, sky. But you know, that's easy. Kids can do that.
It's this bit that's like the quick arm movements.
Yeah, and she does the she does a little like gyrating movement for a sleepless night. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
So yeah, the rest of it is kind of the same, isn't it?
Yeah, I have just like highlighted the very last bit where it comes to the end of the chorus.
Yeah, it slows down a bit.
And then you say with Fate of Ophelia, slower, more like stripped back version of the like last bit of the chorus makes it seem like a more sincere kind of like thank you just to Travis.
It feels quite intimate, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially after the final dancing chorus.
Yeah.
And then as we move into the music video goes from like the after party to her being alone in the bathtub, and it's more like vulnerable and authentic. And she's like looking directly into the camera, looking directly at Travis. Love.
Love. So I guess we can go into the music video.
Yeah.
I actually don't have much notes about it.
I have loads of notes.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you would read this part. So the music video premiered in theatres, but I think I meant to say cinemas.
Well, it's
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Movie theatres.
The
for our
movies.
American listeners. On the 3rd of October, it was released on YouTube on the 5th of October. The dancers in her music video are her dancers from the Eras tour, which I think is really nice. Really
Yes,
nice.
yeah, I made a note from that. It was
To
nice to
them.
see the dance from the Eras tour again.
And then the opening portrait is the John Everett Millay painting. So that's kind of the opening. But those are really all the notes I have from it, because I didn't really delve into the music video that much.
I mean, I say I've got a lot of notes. It's more just like how I feel about the music video and having watched it like a couple of times. This will also be like a fun little thing going forward, because I haven't watched a lot of her music videos. So the ones that have them, I'll be watching for like the first time when we're doing research for the episode. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, so we start with like a dip in the music being played through headphones.
Yes.
And that just feels very nostalgic to me. I can't really say why, but it just does. Yeah, it was great to see the Eras Tour dancers, especially after watching the Eras Tour movie. I was too late to the party, you guys, to be able to go to the Eras Tour in real life.
This was really awkward for Tia, because she wasn't a Swiftie when the tickets were released.
No. And you know, I couldn't afford like £1,000 to go.
It wasn't that much though.
No, as in like by the time that I got around to actually wanting to see her.
I would like to make it known that after you became a Swiftie, I was very supportive.
Yes.
And I tried very hard to get you tickets, but alas, I was unsuccessful.
It was not in the cards, but I really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
And the docuseries, which has just come out. So having like watched both of those and kind of seen more about like the dancers and the crew, and then seeing them in the music video, I was just like, oh, my friends.
People I know.
I think the viral dance is quite funny, considering that she is like a self-proclaimed non-dancer, that everyone is like dancing to her dance.
Yeah, but I think it was done on purpose. Like, I think because there's more than one as well. There's like 2 dances that went viral, and I think she did that on purpose because she wanted a viral TikTok dance.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everything she does is with intention, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it adds to like that like infectiousness of the album, which is what she was talking about like pre the album coming out. It's just like it is so like addictive and infectious that it's annoying, which is actually kind of how I feel about the album. So I feel like the dance just adds to that. She's got an album for every mood, really, hasn't she?
Yeah.
This sounds weird, but obviously if you watch the video and then listen to this part, it'll make more sense. The chorus tube comes over her like she's being
I do know what you mean. The chorus tube.
It comes over her like she's being set free as like the chorus starts to play when she's on the stage. The orange kind of tones in the video give me vibes of like Red and like Daylight, like those songs themselves, like kind of like what you're saying kind of about like the albums, they're kind of linked but like opposite, because you thought Love Was Burning Red but actually it was Daylight, but actually it's orange. It's a mixture of both.
Yeah, I love that. It's like she's got the passion that she talks about from Red, and
the golden,
like the golden warmth that she describes in Daylight. I love that.
Yeah, so she's got like her passion and her peace together, which is nice. Gross.
I love it so much.
The first 2, she's fighting with the men on the ship for her life, which are like the scorpions full of venom, because men are scorpions. And then
hate men. We're the men have stopped listening.
Were the men ever listening? The men, the sports fans.
We've
people
lost
from Luton.
People from Luton, the men, the dads, Brads and Chads.
I don't want them anyway. The second chorus is more like an Eras Tour throwback a little bit towards the end. So you've obviously got like the underwater dancers in the swimsuit scene, but then she puts on her like karma coat at the end.
Does she?
It's kind. Wait,
I need to watch this music video again.
It's like a karma-esque coat, and it's like blue to match her like swimming costume, but it just gave me like Eras Tour vibes. And obviously she's got
the guy on the Chiefs. Come straight home to me.
I didn't actually write anything about that. I just put throwback. And then on the like clapboard thing, which I learned now that's what that's called.
Oh,
I didn't know that. It says Kitty Finley on it.
Her name was Kitty.
Yeah.
The money being pretty and witty. Finley.
Her grandmother's name was Marjorie Finley.
I was thinking
Yeah,
Finley,
so that's her like mum's maiden name.
Who's Kitty? Is it just because she loves cats?
I've just put Showgirl Kitty, like as in life of a showgirl. There probably is more to look into it. I didn't look that deeply into it.
She was like that.
Yeah, and it is
And
kind of
her-
like a showgirly kind of
her
name,
grandma.
isn't it? She does. Cats and her grandma. And then got imagery of her being wrapped in ropes when she's like locked inside her memory, but she's elevated as she is saved. And again, it's very like reminiscent of the Eras tour and Fame in general when she finishes her performance and then is at the after party and having fun and then runs away from the paparazzis.
Yeah.
And then she's alone and vulnerable in the bath, which obviously talked about, and she's like grateful for Travis, which is a nice way to end this lovely, lovely song.
It's lovely. There was, I actually don't know if you mentioned it, but something that I've just remembered is that right at the beginning, I think, of the music video, or maybe it was towards the end, she obviously captures a football.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she did. She
Travis
put down the
Kelce's
megaphone or like a capture football or something like that.
Something like that. She's on like a cart and she is wearing something like shimmery and glittery.
Yeah.
She captures it and then she throws it.
Oh, maybe that is at the end then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute. Because Travis Kelce is an American football player. I don't know.
That's it.
That's that. Bye. Do you think any differently of the song after we've like gone through it, or like do you feel any differently after going through it yourself? And like,
I do think it's come back around on me because obviously we've had this album for a couple months now, and I haven't listened to it as much as like I listened to it like a few times when it first came out, and then I felt oversaturated with it.
Yes,
I think because like this, especially with this song, like it went like viral and like you're seeing all over social media, and it just started to like drive me a bit insane. And then I didn't start to not like it because I do still like the song, but I did kind of cool off on the life of Showgirl in general. So yeah, so looking back and analysing it has kind of like reignited my love for the song for sure.
Yeah, kind of the same thing for me, I think. Like I wouldn't say I ever became sick of it. And I do, like as I said, a lot of her singles don't generally tend to be like highly regarded by me on the album, because there's normally always like, you know, deep cuts that really get me more, or more like simple, more underrated songs. Like I personally think Honey is quite an underrated song on this album. I really, really love it. But I feel like that's not that popular. I don't think people don't like it. I think they just don't really. It's like meh.
No.
So like there's always stuff like that on albums. So then the singles I'm just a bit like, yeah, you know, fine. Like they're fine. But this one has consistently been like, oh yeah, no, this is a great song the whole time. Even when it's been overplayed, I've been like, no, this is still great. And I remember when I first heard it, obviously it was the first song. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, because you know me, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning UK time for a Taylor Swift release. And as soon as I heard that do like at the beginning,
that little
I was just like, I was just like, wow. I was like, this is different to some like what she's done over the last few albums. And I remember, I don't know if I sent you this message, I was messaging all my Swiftie friends saying it's got that Max Martin and Shellback magic back from 1989. I can't deny how different and like gripping the production is. Like I feel like it really draws you in, and this song from the first few notes just draws me in every time.
I do feel like the production of this album is really like the standout feature. But I think that with this song specifically, you've got such a good mix of it's a bop and it's so like catchy and easy to sing along to and dance to, but it's also really deep and interesting to like break down the lyrics as well, which I feel like is hard to get a good balance of.
It's
I
so
feel like
juicy.
It's so juicy, but also so fun.
I think that's what's done it for me, because you know me, I love lyrics. I love like deep, meaningful lyrics, and I do feel like I guess I didn't really realize how much there was to delve into.
Yeah.
But now that I have, and now that we've talked about it, yeah, it's made me think so much more highly of this song because it's just so juicy.
And I think that's what kind of spurred me on in like my Swiftie journey over the last like 2 years, is that because you were already such a fan and you love lyrics so much, that when I was listening to albums, that obviously I've like heard loads of Taylor Swift songs in the past, but not really like thought about them that much. Like to go back and like revisit those songs and actually talk about them has like really what has solidified my love for her and talking about her. So this is a good example of a song like that where I would have liked the song anyway, even if I wasn't a Swiftie. Like I liked like Love Story and things like that. Like it's just like a fun song to sing along to, but whenever we get to, you know, breaking that one down, I'm sure it will also be kind of juicy as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, have we come to the end of our first episode?
We have. What fun. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. We are obviously going to do like random songs, so we're not going to do any particular order. We started with this one because obviously it's like her most popular song at the moment. We're going to do some random songs and you guys are going to like it.
If you want to request songs, then feel free. We may listen or we may just do whatever songs we feel like.
Do we want to ask a question?
Yeah,
we could ask the organ question.
Should we ask the organ question? I feel like that's a
question of the week. Absolutely nothing to do with Taylor Swift or anything, just random. If you were going to be an organ in the body, not the instrument, you're going to be a body organ, what organ would you be and why? That's important.
We need to know why. We need to hear rationale.
If you're going to say something weird like skin, I need to know why you're going to say that, because otherwise I'm going to think you're a serial killer. We have obviously discussed this in depth.
Yes, we've agreed that we are kidneys.
Because we're so supportive
of
each other.
I feel that I'm the right kidney. Do you feel that you're the left kidney?
Sure. I guess my preference would be right, but that's just because I'm right-handed.
Oh, I hadn't thought about it like that.
That's that's literally all. I don't have a preference really of either kidney. Yeah, I could be a left kidney.
Yeah, they're vital, you know, you need them.
L.
But they're also silly.
My name starts with L.
Yeah. My name does not start with R.
No, but it's close to it.
It is close to it in the alphabet.
Anyway, let us know.
Yeah, leave us a comment wherever you listen
you would be.
to podcasts for what organ you would be.
And why.
And if you want to follow us online, we're at IbbyTatsPod.
IbbyTats. I mean, that is what it's called. So if you look for I Bet You Think About Taylor Swift podcast on Instagram, you will find us, follow us, share us, tell all your Swiftie friends, or even like people who hate Taylor Swift and they can like hate listen. That's fine. I just want people to listen.
Yep. Anyone that has ears.
And
we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.